up, guys? How's it going?
Good.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, this is our 19th episode of the Robotics Assemble podcast, and probably our final episode for the summer.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're probably going to be talking about what we're going to do for the reboot in the fall of next school year. So, do you guys know anything about how we're going to be improving the general quality?
Yeah, I'll start. Well, this season, obviously most of the episodes have been online, and that's really limited our quality to whatever gear the person on the other end had. Obviously, looking forward, this kind of example what we're going to be doing is having in person, having proper microphones, and like nicer cameras all the way around, and I think that in combination with maybe a better editing, because we can have more complexity in the shot style, things like that, is definitely one of the goals we have.
Okay, yeah, and then lessons like we've learned from this year to like further better the podcast. Have you guys learned anything? I know I haven't been here for that long.
No, sure. In terms of improving the podcast, I think just making sure we're keeping episodes fresh. I think one of the issues was we'd have a lot of episodes that felt very similar in maybe composition, but also maybe topics, and so making sure that we get more ambitious guests on the show. Right, we already kind of hit a level with Kevin Ross, and that was kind of our peak in a sense. But I think we can do even better. We can get a more variety of people on the show, and so I think that's really the main focus is who's actually on the show and the topics.
Okay, and then wait. So I kind of skipped over. Who are you guys? Like for the people that don't know.
My name is Hallie Adams. I'm a co-lead of Imagery at Saints Robotics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my name is Meg Today. I'm the other co-lead of Imagery at Saints Robotics.
That's cool. And then this will be our last episode for season 1, we'll call it, of the Robotics Assemble podcast. And then we hopefully will be adding better quality, like intro music and maybe an animation, right? I'm thinking about it.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. And then, so what have we done to like improve? I know we've gotten like new mics, pretty nice. Have we done anything else so far?
Well, we set all of this up.
Yeah.
We got a sign we burned up there. Just kind of making it more visually appealing. Hopefully we can get some sort of lighting set up. All we've got is like a fluorescent panel light above us. So.
That sometimes flickers.
Yeah.
Thankfully it's not doing it now. And then we also got the dual camera set up.
Right.
Hopefully. They both are recording and not cut out every 20 minutes or so. Yeah. Hopefully better longer in podcasts so we don't get confined to a 20-minute space.
Right.
Yeah. And then how have we seen like the growth of the podcast go out?
It's been like I've kind of been like looking at the growth for a while, but I don't know. It definitely had a peak in the middle where I think that we had the most consistent uploads, we had the most interesting topics. I'd say definitely near the end of the year, right, when you have a lot of those AP, IAP testing, it became a little harder to find the people and, just the time and all that. So we've definitely kind of been on a downward slope. But I think that with the kind of revamp we're looking at with Season 2, I'm really optimistic that we're going to have a lot more interesting topics for people to see. So that would probably bring viewership up.
Yeah. Did we, have we learned any, have you guys found anything that, really gets a viewership up, people are really interested in, or?
I mean, working with other teams helps because it's an automatic connection to their audience, and, they can repost our content. Obviously, having important guests on has helped us.
Yeah. Yeah, so we like to look for, other teams, like you said, and then do we look for alumni, too, to, get a better understanding of other fields?
Yeah, I think alumni, that's someplace that it's going to be a lot down to communication. How can we, keep on advancing our communication to where, we can... Because I feel like a lot of these alumni, maybe they didn't necessarily remember all the details of being in Saints Robotics, but somehow reminding them, right, what the club was like and, the entire environment, we convinced them to, come back on the show and really relive that, probably, I hope, fun part of their high school history.
Yeah. And then we're going to be saying goodbye to our seniors, you guys especially, because you guys have been working on this all year. That's really nice. But hopefully we can carry on the tradition as the new members. So, yeah. And then, I guess we can say thank you to our viewers for always sticking through the whole season and watching us grow out our quality and production of the podcast.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. So, Imagery's grown a lot, we can tell, throughout the year. And now we're, like, doing a lot of big projects and stuff on our own, other than, like, the just working with other teams.
Yeah.
Teams for, like, central stuff. And then we have our own thing, our own big project, while other sub-teams have, like, for programming, they program the robot. For mechanical, they build the robot and other stuff. So, is that really nice for you guys to see that throughout the years we now have something Imagery really holds?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like part of the responsibility of Imagery is kind of like keeping the environment really positive and make everyone feel like they have an image that they can all relate to and they can all feel bonded by. And I feel like the podcast has helped that a lot, as well as the other projects we've done. Just kind of keeping the culture alive within our club. So.
Yeah, and I think that, like, I remember last year, I was in programming last year, in programming sub-team, and I think that there wasn't really, like, really much of a Imagery sub-team. It was just a couple people kind of working on projects, and so I'm really happy with the way that it's kind of advanced, where it's more organized, and people from other sub-teams can feel like they can contribute. Like, if they have some free time, they can, be a guest on the podcast, or, they can help us shoot something for one of our videos. I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. And then we also will be, what is it? We're also, like, now getting people to do different social medias, where as much we wouldn't really use it, like in the past years. We've now got multiple people, I guess.
Yeah.
Like one person specific for YouTube. We now have a TikTok. Go follow it. We're now trying to keep weekly updates on Facebook, Twitter, and every social media. Insta.
Yeah, because our Twitter and our Facebook were pretty much inactive before.
Yeah.
We brought both of those back, and, TikTok is definitely something that all of the high school students can bond over. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys would like to bring up or talk about?
I mean, I just wanted to say, like, it's been a really fun year. I remember initially in, like, the September or, November, like, those early meetings, it used to just annoy me, because it used to be a lot of just, this gray boxes on a screen, and it was hard to get kind of reaction from people, make sure people are focused, but I learned that over time, everyone has their own personalities, and if you can find a way to interest each person, like, individually, that brings a lot out of them, right? Like, I noticed how this sub-team has grown, right? Because you guys, a lot of our new members are freshmen, and so obviously it's a little awkward not only interacting with older students, but also being part of a new club and all that, and so I definitely understand, that kind of, that non-responsiveness in the early part, but I'm really happy how really we bonded a lot over this last year, and yeah, I'm just really thankful for all of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got a lot of faith in the upcoming years for Imagery.
Yeah.
It's interesting having all freshmen next year while becoming sophomores and having that be the entire team, but I think it brings a lot of life to it. You guys aren't exhausted from high school, and yeah, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, we'll carry our role, make sure the Imagery actually gets work done sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Sometimes, yeah.
We can be pretty inactive, but we're doing well now. We're getting our social media posts out every week. All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up. Thank you for watching our 19th episode of the Robotics Assemble podcast, and hopefully we'll reboot in the fall if everything goes well.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow all the socials in the description.
Yes.
Subscribe, comment if you want.
You gotta hit that little bell icon.
Yeah, bell icon, noties.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.